Today, we'll be talking about the power of the serpent, the power of the dragon. We've been programmed from an early age to think that the serpent is bad, the serpent is evil. The serpent is where the knowledge and the wisdom come from. Throughout the books, we've been told to fear the serpent. In one book in particularly, we've been told that the serpent had the power to tell a human being what to do. What if that human being had the question already inside of her, and that's what's really made her question, should I eat this apple? Should I do something different? Within biting of the apple, she realized something. She came into awareness of herself and her surroundings. She started to question things. She was giving a set of rules, but by her biting the apple, she came to realize some things. She came to realize it was more than what she's been told. Within biting the apple, she came to realize herself and to start questioning who she really were. We've been told to fear the serpent, to be scared of the serpent, but the serpent is where all the answers are, where all the knowledge is. In America is the only place where they're taught to fear the serpent, when every other country holds the serpent to be honorable, to have wisdom, to have knowledge, to respect the serpent, to know that you're one with the serpent. But in America, we're told to be scared, to have fear. Out of all the animals, they could have told us to fear, why the serpent? Why not the lion? Why not the monkeys? Why not all these other animals? But the serpent. The serpent is connected to our soul. The serpent is a part of us. The serpent holds all the jewels. We are one with the serpent. We are one with the dragon. They are one. Lately, I've been seeing in my third eye dragons. I've seen a snake recently, having dreams of snakes. Is the serpent calling me? Is the serpent connecting with me? Are we one? Is the serpent trying to tell me something? Is the serpent trying to make me remember something? We have to realize the serpent is connected to feminine energy. Throughout history, it has been a role that has been put upon feminine energy to disgrace feminine energy, to blame feminine energy, to neglect feminine energy. Why is it that if the feminine is connected to the serpent energy, why is it that the feminine energy had to be the first person to bite the apple, to remember herself? So if a man created a woman, how could the woman have more power than the man? Why couldn't the man have the power and authority within himself to say, I'm not going to bite the apple? I'm going to stand my ground and stand in my knowing. But the feminine energy swayed you in some type of way. How is that possible? That the feminine energy, an energy that's supposed to came after you, supposedly, had the authority or the power to sway you. The serpent energy is connected to your full potential. It's connected to the essence of you they do not want you to tap into. The essence of you they do not want you to unlock. The essence of you they do not want you to remember. Serpent energy is connected to healing energy. It's connected to sexual energy. It's connected to higher consciousness energy. We know that serpents shed their skin. So we know that serpents is trying to teach us something. They're trying to teach us throughout our lives we're going to have to shed skin that no longer serves us, that's no longer fitting us, that does not fit our skin anymore. So throughout life, we're going to have multiple times throughout our existence that we have to shed skin, that we have to get rid of the old, that we have to become something new, something better, something greater. The serpent, the dragon are here to teach us, are here to help us remember our true essence. In ancient Egypt, the serpent was very valuable. The serpent was very important. If you ever pay attention to cats' eyes, they look like serpent eyes. I wonder why. They say that cats are connected to the spiritual realm. They say that cats are the in-between animal that have 9 lives. They say that cats are messengers. They say that cats have the ability to protect and feel energy that some other animals cannot. The cat and the snake both have the ability to get into places and areas that other animals cannot. When we talk about the snake, when we talk about the serpent, we also talk about the underworld. And within the underworld is where all the knowledge and information is. It's where all the jewels of remembrance is. Dragons can be doorkeepers. They hold and protect the knowledge. So when you're ready to knock on the door of knowledge, they'll be there to see if you're really ready to do what it takes to tap into that aspect of yourself, to remember that aspect of yourself. Snakes, dragons, serpents in general are ancient. What do you think dinosaurs were? Do you not think they was connected to serpents? If dinosaurs was here thousands and millions of years ago, don't you think that a dragon, a dinosaur, all these different things can shapeshift? What if the dinosaurs are still here? What if the dragons are still here, but you cannot see them? Out of protection from humans, they shape shift. When we talk about the underworld, we talk about the unseen, we talk about the subconscious, we talk about the unconscious. And this is where all the memories are. This is where all the past lives are. This is where your soul remembrance is. The serpent is connected to your spine. We all have different energy centers within our bodies. From your root, the end of your spine, to your crown, the top of your head. Serpents cannot be too bad of an animal if on the ambulance trucks they're serpents. Why do the medical field connect serpents to medical? It's a connection there. Out of all animals, you decided to use a snake to represent the medical field. I wonder why is that? Going back to your spine in the serpent. When we're experiencing different things like anger, that energy within our back may rise. When we're experiencing different things like intercourse, that energy in your back may rise and you may feel it. A lot of the times, though, because we're not aware and we do not remember, the energy can stay dormant because of not knowing the full power of the energy within your body, the unwaking energy within your body, the sleeping energy within your body. If I said that we are all connected to the different elements, wouldn't that mean that we're connected to the fire element? And the fire element is connected to dragons and serpents? Why do dragons blow out fire? Why not water? The fire is a transformation element. The fire can burn down all illusions. The fire can transform all pain. The fire can rebirth. Just like the phoenix had to come up from the ashes. The transformation that the phoenix have, it is a connection between the fire and transformation. But we're scared of the fire. But we're scared of this energy. We're scared of the serpent energy. It kind of sounds like feminine energy. It sounds like when a feminine energy realizes its power, other people get scared. Because when the feminine remembers, that's where everything else come into alignment. They call it chaotic energy. But within chaotic energy comes transformation. After the chaos, the peace comes. The fire is the transformation. The sizzling out is the peace. Sometimes we have to burn the illusions. Sometimes we gotta burn everything down to remember who we truly are. Sometimes we have to peel back and shed the layers of the false truths. It is a subconscious remembrance of generations before us that has feared this serpent due to programming, due to a book. No one ever said, why don't I do research about the serpent? What do the serpent really mean? Why out of all the animals they decided to push fear about this animal? They do not want me to know. It is connected to my power. It is connected to my essence. It is knowledge. It is wisdom. If you was to place a snake upon your head, it can cleanse you energetically. The snake could cleanse you from any negativity, but we wouldn't know that because we was taught to fear the serpent. We was taught to fear our own power. We was taught to fear the fire within us. Sometimes the fire within us never awakens due to programming, due to fear. Just like the fire can burn all the illusions, the fire can burn fear too. You can uprise from fear. You can overcome fear. You can burn all those illusions of fear. And strict. Everybody thought that the dragon was so bad and mean, but the whole time the dragon was protecting something. The dragon was holding something. But at the end of the movie Strike, we seen that the dragon was actually a nice dragon, that the dragon was feminine, that the dragon was just doing its job, which is protect. Anything that is called, being labeled called demonic, may actually have some type of knowledge or wisdom connected to it. The next time they tell you to fear something, question it. Why should I fear this? Why should I be scared of this? Because fear is taught. Why is it? Because adults are so fearful. Is the fear coming from lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom, lack of remembrance? Where is the fear coming from? Maybe we wouldn't fear these things if we knew ourselves better. Maybe we wouldn't have fear if we knew that this is a part of us, of our true essence. What if the snake in the garden was just little, and we were taught to fear that energy as well? I wonder why. Again, with the feminine energy, it's time for the sleeping dragons to wake up. It's time for the serpents to wake up. It's time for the wisdom and the knowledge to wake up within our beings, within our DNA, within our cells, within our remembrance. It's time to awaken the knowledge, the codes, the seeds. I just want you to think about that. I want you to think. I want you to do your own research. Any information I ever give you, I want you to do your own research. I want you to meditate on it. I want you to sit with yourself and question it for yourself, so you can come into remembrance for yourself. There's answers all within us. There's answers all within the world. And it's not just going to come from one book. Why would all the answers of the world be in one book? The reason why We was told to fear certain things within our life. And it's a reason why we feel connected to certain things within our life.